Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing? And I just realized I haven't got the webcam on, so give me a moment to fix that. Sorry about this. I have spent the last 10 minutes frantically trying to fix chat. And so let me know if chat on the screen looks a bit different. I can't fix it right this split second, I don't think, but to my considerable surprise and last minute panic, I pulled up my usual OBS scenes and Restream chat was no longer transparent. It should be okay now. Apparently they decided to make some changes and not tell me. Well, or something like that. Looks like we got everything going good. Anyway, in the rush to fix the chat screen, I forgot about setting up, what's the application I use? Quick Camera. What you're looking at is not actually a direct feed from the webcam, it's OBS looking at a window, Quick Camera, and that's for green screen reasons. But I hope that's the last of the last minute panics for today. You do not want this kind of thing happening right before you start a stream. Anyway, good day. How's everybody doing? And as you may or may not realize, I have a Harrow Prime. Literally early this morning, I got the final part while I was grinding relics, and so I thought I'd build the thing just so that I could show it off on the live stream, because I like the design. The design's rather good. I like the color aesthetic. This is actually pretty much my normal color setup, except that I haven't had to set it up. I am wanting to try out his weapon here, which is a Sancti Magister, and see how that works. I understand that it can be quite interesting. I've had it a while, never really paid it much attention. So what I might do is try and set it up in my usual fashion. Say in my usual fashion. And see how it works. Do I want Blood Rush? Yeah, I suppose I do. And I want Berserk Fury, which is typically what I put on these days. It's Berserker Fury. And then we'll try and stick some criticals on there. Actually, let's go for the impact damage, because it's always amusing to me when you set up a weapon and you just use its defaults rather than using elementals. And it does lean heavily into impact damage, so we will hop that on. Shattering impact? Not sure it's worth putting that on, to be honest. And I will want a slam attack, won't I? Is that the last thing I'm going to be able to put on? I can't quite put that on. Haven't quite got. Tell you what, we'll put pressure point on instead. And you may be wondering why it is that I've elected to go for the Sancti Magister as his melee weapon, and that's because, well, I'll get into that in a second when I finish my current thought, because now I can't remember what the heck I was putting on here. Oh, what did I have on over here? Oh, seismic wave. Yeah, it's not fantastic, but if I put melee retaliation on, oh, that's moderate. Yep. All I've done basically is speed up his attacks, add blood rush, but the damage is the same. Let's give that a bash, so to speak. No, the reason I went for this is actually just for looks. There is a reason that ecclesiastics, well, I say traditionally, have sort of favored maces, and that is, well, I'm not sure if it's actually true, but oh, okay, we'll do the parent sequences down here. But there's this idea, because of a line in the Bible, he who lives by the sword dies by the sword, that during medieval warfare, the ecclesiasticals who participated, which were the high-level muckety-mucks, the bishops, couldn't use swords because they drew blood, so they used maces instead. The problem with that is that maces, actually, they're quite happy to draw blood.
Your calculated survival probability is encouraging. Good luck.
Ooh, that's a nicely evocative thumpy noise. That's almost satisfying in a rather unpleasant fashion.
Attack drones. You need to take them out.
It's a bit slow, but I mean, this is all about style rather than substance at this point, and I was just curious to see. Apparently, there's a in Canon Genesis that you can apply to. It's not the Sancti, well, the Magister. That apparently makes it really quite good. I mean, it's certainly good enough for this kind of thing. No idea whether you can put it on a Sancti Magister, and I don't think I have that particular incarnate. Pretty certain I don't, although I will check. Oops. Ooh, a summon called Tone. I want that. Now, it has to be said, maces in the medieval period were never this large.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run.
It's way too big.
Find extraction.
I mean, that thing would weigh 20 pounds or something ludicrous, and there's no way you can wield that. And I mean, just wield it. It would be so slow. Your average mace, even a big one, weighed about as much as your average sword. Which is, 3 pounds would be heavy. Yes, I know there are swords that were heavier than that, but You would be surprised just how light swords have always been. And axes. Even something like a hand and a half sword, the so-called bastard sword, you know, £3, 3.5. That's about right. Something like a two-handed sword, you know, which looks like this massive, ponderous thing. You know, £6, £7 tops, maybe 8. 8's pushing it. So that kind of suits his aesthetic, I think. Don't know what Harrow Prime's signature weapon is, now that I think about it.
Another job well executed.
He's equipped with that. He does not feel like the most nimble of Warframes, it has to be said. I wonder what I could do with it. I mean, I know I've only got one slot left, but I can apply a format or two and expand on it and see how it comes out. What I would probably... Nope, wrong one. Obviously, I haven't done a workup on the Harrow. I've still got 2 slots available, and I haven't yet. I mean, I'm leaning into his strengths at the moment with the shield. The shield is his big thing. Quite heavy shielding. Everything else, moderate to low. This is... yeah. That's not... ooh, that's not bad. And I have not spent any time really trying to figure out his abilities. This can take some... okay. I'm going to have to fiddle with that. Well, the good news is, as far as everyone else is concerned, maybe, and seeing how it works, I've got to go back, because I'm still after Lith S18 relics. And Tyrannus is one place to get them. In fact, this has got some pretty good chances of it. Last couple of times I've been here, I think I managed to get one.
Our position has been compromised. Defend the cargo until
I hate it when something goes wrong at the last minute. It completely throws you off balance, and then you start wondering what other mistakes you've made. Well, I didn't make a mistake with the restream chat. Now that had been working fine up to this morning. I think... yeah, this is not good for combos. Not without a lot more setup. So that kind of makes Bloodlust moot. Yeah, that's not going to work. I should have just put Fury on there. That would have worked better. And I would have spared myself a mod. And then put a critical on it. But that meaty thunking noise is strangely satisfying. I mean, it's almost wince-making. You can sort of say it justifies his heavy shielding. The funny thing is, I could have sworn I had a ribbon for this, but apparently I don't. It's entirely possible I did have one, and I got rid of it because I was running out of space for the ones I do use. Which sort of reminds me, anybody want an Evensong ribbon? I fed Jade to the helmet, and I really have no need for her signature weapons. So that means Evensong and the other two are available. Well, I can't actually sell those, but if anybody particularly likes Evensong and has a ribbon, let me know. Either in the stream or in the comments, and you can have it.
Extraction is ready.
Can't remember what it does by default, punch through and something else, but you can always re-roll it.
You'll be rewarded for your bravery.
I need to try. Can you imagine how disconcerting it must be to be walking along, getting ready to happily attack the Warframe cryopod, and then suddenly out of the blue somebody crushes one of your teammates with a mace that is positively Sauron sized. If you remember the ludicrous size of the mace Sauron wielded in the Lord of the Rings, Sauron who did that, wasn't it?
Reinforcements available.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that I've been using Prisma Scana with Incarnate Genesis
Another
and a ridiculous ribbon, so much. I would actually probably rather like this, apart except for the fact that it's not exactly the most nimble weapon. I haven't been paying enough attention. How the heck did I get 4,047 shields? I'm not complaining, Mark. I can only assume somebody's got an effect they're using. Don't think it's me. What's the Harrow Prime's passives? I need to go back and look. This really isn't a fair use of a Warframe, to be honest. I think that's not quite reasonable. It's just that to get something like Skyanics Prime, having it in one of the fairly low-level defense mission almost seems unreasonable. Almost. Oh, got a Lith S18. Yay! Right, let's go and try his first, whatever it is, chain them up. So how does that work? Chains them up and then you hit them? Okay, don't know what that did. Ooh! That did my shields no good at all! Did I sacrifice shields for something else? Ah, that's not a very good tactical move. And I'm back down to more normal levels. Okay, somebody else's mod, I assume. Yes, I really don't like that. Sacrificing your shields for something which I think affects everybody else, but makes you horrifically vulnerable. I mean, very self-sacrificing and noble, I suppose, but Oh, that is useful. I seem to have given myself overshields as a result of that first ability. That is kind of nice. Hmm. I approve.
Extraction is ready, unless you can handle more of the enemy. Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
I'll need to experiment with that a bit. Well, that's one way of dropping your shields for an experiment, isn't it? So, we dropped our shields down, and so... wait for this little lot to show up. Obviously need larger groups to work on. Let's try this in a more. Let's try this again. See how it works. Oh yes. Definitely. Well, it's definitely worth using. I wonder what the level max is for it.
Extraction is ready.
I've got 2 Lith S18s.
The enemy.
I think those things actually only have something like an 11, somewhere between 11 and 14% drop rate on this. So,
Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
2 out of 5 doesn't strike me as being. Yeah, that doesn't seem to make any immediate change to my shields. Okay, so is that the max? Is that the max? As if it's a problem. That's quite a powerful little ability. Now number 2, where it strips away your shields and, I don't know, gives them to somebody else. Nope, not a fan of that one. Oops, sorry. Got my fingers slightly offset in a fashion that is not conducive to decent gameplay. Oh, I've got one of those. That's a helmet charger. Hello, you little chitinous horror. I've got no idea what this is doing. Mainly because I'm invisible. Oh! Did it? That's weird. It seems to be giving me energy per kill. Except that I was already... Looks like we might be in for the long haul on this one. Oops, sorry. Oh, I accidentally bonked the table there. Oh, whatever that. Not something you cast, obviously, in that fashion. Different tactical requirements.
Reinforcements
Ooh.
available. Do you choose to leave now?
I expended it all a couple of days ago.
Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
Alright, let's see how this works. I mean, I know how it works. I mean, honestly, at this level, pretty much any weapon's going to work. An angry toothpick would do it. Harrow Prime, rather unexpectedly, especially with Incarnate Genesis. Well, no, is it? Yeah, I think it is Incarnate Genesis. Turns into a surprisingly good little weapon, even on the steel path in on the circuit in Devuri yesterday. I was using it, and the buffs helped that you could pick up along the way. With a little bit of practice, you can do pretty good at activating the Incarnate. As I was complaining yesterday, though, the fact that it gives you random ammunition, it's a little irritating. I mean, I think yesterday I had sort of 500 rounds, and, you know, then you could only have 6 or something. I don't think I've ever had 6, but I've had silly low numbers. I wish it would be consistent. As far as I can tell, and I haven't bothered to look this up, sort of priming it and getting as many headshots as possible doesn't seem to make any difference. Yeah, get a bunch of headshots, then hit the... Yeah, you see, I'm pretty certain I had 2 or 3 there. And 30 rounds. Don't tell me this live stream is turning into a Lith S18
Extraction is ready.
grind.
Unless you can handle more of the enemy. Continue to defend.
Oh,
You will be rewarded for your
there are
bravery.
worse ways of my spending the evening. There we go. A proper ammunition loadout. I haven't done that in a long time. Stand up there, I mean, and shoot at things. Standing up here and shooting at things is another way of saying, look at me, I'm a big target. Welcome to the grind. They're just coming out of the woodwork there. Well, whatever this place is made of. Excuse me a moment. I do apologize.
Reinforcements available.
Oh, okay.
Choose to leave now or continue fighting. That's the last of them. Objective is secure. Let's go home.
Oh, we only got the... Oh yeah, I've got two. 2 out of... 2 out of 7? That's more than a 20% drop rate in that, isn't it? Right, let's... So this is an interesting one, and I grant you, my interest is piqued as much by the design as it is by anything else. Tell me what you think. For some reason I just had a little tweak in my head and I can't remember what it was reminding me of. Anyway, we'll go with Titania as usual.
All set.
And let's have a little look, see what we got. Oh, yes. Oh, I have 6 of them. Well, that's not bad. We shall refine to Radiant. So I want Styanix Prime Neuroptics. Then I need to go and remind myself what it is I'm doing with Abazia. Right, let's see if we can't find a Lith Fisher. Survival. Lith Fisher. Oh, yes, that will work. Oh, and I happen to have caught it right at the end in the last second. Ah, you're kidding me.
Fallen enemies will drop crucial life support. Stay on the lookout.
Oh, I've got the wrong setup for this, haven't I? Have I? Yes, I have. I've got too much ammo. I'm not used to having... Oh. It was something I was messing around with. I decided I would just go with multi-shot and firepower just to see how it would work. I think this is just pure slash glitch. For low level stuff, that's actually rather good.
Life support has been replenished. I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
There is something deeply satisfying, it has to be said. This, at higher levels, this the ecclesiastical prime setups would not be this effective. But at low level, it's a lot of fun.
Life support activated.
I think I've pretty much got it to the point of about the fastest I can at the moment get in terms of firepower and multi-shot.
Life support incoming.
Which is surprisingly handy, even if you have low critical chances. Because every shot, of course, has its own critical calculation. So you end up with quite a few criticals.
Another life
Did I
support
put punch through on this?
available.
Remind me to have a look. Oh, I just realized. Yes, we didn't get into the game soon enough. I completely... I just found myself wondering, why aren't I getting... yeah, I never got... Yes. Why did I never get the chance to pick up a relic? That's right, because this mission just tipped over in the last second. Oh well. It's not like I had anything massively urgent to do this evening.
Tenno, prepare for life support. Additional life support has arrived.
Phoebe doing her job there. Just saw her off on the side, jumping up vigorously at something.
The raid is off.
Alright,
Successful.
we're out of here.
When you need it, extraction is ready.
This wasn't the whole purpose of this particular 5-minute period.
Get ready for a capsule. I've delivered another life support capsule. Another job well executed.
Most wise founder, protect your avaricious servant.
Drat. Missed the opportunity to shoot up a corpus treasure. Never miss an opportunity to shoot up a corpus treasure. It's always interesting to see my stats. Right. Now that we've established we need a lithfish. Oh, spy. Oh, I hate spy missions. I really, really, really don't like spy missions. Alright, if I'm gonna do spy missions for lithfishers, I'm gonna do a bladder emptying protocol first, and then come back and probably have to run that a few times. So, oops, wrong computer. Back in about 2 minutes. quick check to make sure nothing untoward happened while I was gone. It doesn't seem to have. Why does that... Excuse me a moment. That's alright, that wasn't anything to do with the stream, so we're good. Right, so let's go and do... Oh! I was going to check something, wasn't I? What have I got set up for this? Huh. Yep. Yeah, this is my... Oh yeah, and I'm getting some... So, slash and radiation, mostly because of accelerated isotope. And then, yeah, I focused on fire rate and everything else. Bit of kick. That's about as high as I can easily get the critical chance on this thing. And yeah, I should go with secondary fortifier, but yeah, can't be bothered. Hang on, secondary fortifier. Ah, you know what? We'll go with that. Let's see how that works for me. A little bit of overguard never hurts. Come, Phoebe! Let's get you out of here before Orders starts complaining about hair in the incubator again. Right, what was I doing? Spy. And... I don't know how many of these I've cracked total since Styanix Prime arrived. I'm not even sure if I'll like Styanix Prime, but we'll see. I thought I would like the old Styanix, and then ended up rarely, if ever, using him.
I need you to get inside enemy data vaults and retrieve crucial intelligence data. There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic. A fissure. Defend yourself and use reacting to open relics. Corrupted foes are dropping reactant. Use it to crack open the relic. Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic. Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Bit redundant, that one. Excuse me while I scratch my head. Right, now I can focus on what I'm supposed to be doing. Which is...
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
Don't know how to get to this one. Can I just drop down? Ah, that person has obviously figured it out.
Excellent work. A clean extraction with no alarms. The data we retrieved will have to suffice. Get to
Well, seeing as I'm going to be running it at least twice more, I guess I'll get the opportunity to figure these out. Has everybody got that? Yes, they did. Just checking to make sure everybody's got the reactant they need. That's the only overguard I think I've picked up in the entire mission. Kind of renders it a bit pointless.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. Oh, I hate it when this happens. I'm going this way, apparently. $1,700 hours of gameplay, and I still don't know everywhere I'm supposed to go.
Mission
1,700? Yeah, 1,717. I've been playing and streaming it for just over a year. July 9th, I think, was my first Warframe livestream, and that was the same day I got it. I do believe that's Redline that's playing.
Tenno, I need you to get inside enemy data vaults and retrieve crucial intelligence data. Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic? You're near a fissure. Use that reactant to open a relic. The reactant is working on your relic. Find more. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures. That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside. You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
Alright, we're back to this again. Ah. sure that really helped me. Did it? This definitely doesn't. Oh, thank you, Phoebe. Are you telling me that that noise doesn't wake up the locals? Ah, I see. I just realized there is... It appears to be that. Hey, look, I contributed.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Excellent work. A clean extraction with no alarms.
Well, apart from the data purging one, which hopefully won't matter.
We have everything
We're
we
good.
came for. Get to extraction. Mission complete.
I-
Excellent work, Tenno.
Really am not having any luck. Oh. With those. Did I just pick up one during this mission? That's kind of amusing.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic. Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected you. Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures. The enemy would rather destroy their data than let it get into our hands. Alarms have been triggered. You
Nope.
need to retrieve that data before the data destruction is complete.
That wasn't me.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Hope it wasn't me. It looked like it was the other person. Ah, we got it. Yeah, okay. Apparently you don't go through the wall on that one. Okay, I'm going to assume this person knows what they're doing. I'm going to go off to see.
Alarms. Data destruction is imminent. You need to hurry.
Oh, I got it. And he's going off after the other one.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone. We have it.
Oh, I'm sure they'll have the odd clue, you know? There's this whole thing of the plethora of bodies left behind us. That's going to give us away. They're not going to say, I wonder what they were doing here. Oh, probably nothing. They're most likely to say, I bet they were here to do something. And then maybe review their footage. Assuming they have cameras and things like that. Yeah, and then do something, you know, like track the trail of dead bodies to the data cores. Oh, well, that's actually useful. But I don't have a Banshee Prime. Excuse me.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
But I should have enough void traces to refine another relic. Let's see. I do, just about. Stop lying down on the job, Phoebe. Come on, you little monster. If you're very good, I'll take you and visit Carl 175. can't tell, but I'm twitching my toes to that particular little tune.
Tenno, you are here to infiltrate data vaults and retrieve highly sensitive enemy information.
Do you think someone should tell her that we're actually here to try and get
Do you have enough?
something else?
You're near a fissure. Use that reactant to open a relic. Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures. The enemy would rather destroy their data than let it get into our hands.
If that happens, wouldn't you just take a byte-for-byte copy of the entire hard drive rather than a file copy? Because that way, if they delete... Mind you, it depends on their deletion systems, doesn't it? I mean, if they did an overwrite and a delete and an overwrite, then yes, that would be significantly harder.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside. You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data. Alarms. Data destruction is imminent. You need to hurry.
That's not fair. Hang on. Thought we could get in this way. Oh, bothers. Oh, blast. What did I do wrong? And why is it... Last time we did this, we literally...
The data we retrieved will have to suffice.
Oh, okay.
Get to extraction.
Last time we literally went down here and turned over there. What did I miss? Alright.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I am not having any luck.
Another job well executed.
Well, now I've got to grind for more void traces just so that I can try and open what I've got left. Irritating. Because I'm pretty sure... yeah. Alright, let's go and find something where I can grind some void traces. I've done the theory for the week, I think. What I want is a nice defense. Like a relic. Any relic. What have I got the most of that I'm never going to... That's a lot of relics. I'm sure there are people with far more bio.
Rumbles. The void exposes old scars and revives forgotten
Oh.
secrets.
Correct.
Survive against the corrupted onslaught. I will recover what I long believed lost. Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic? The Orican Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support. You found a fissure. Look out for reactant. Use that reactant to open a relic. You're going to need more reactant if you want to open that relic. Circulus's proximity, if you have a necromech.
Oh. I just toggled everything in the wrong order there. I do apologize. I hope I blew nobody's eardrums out.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and then take a look inside.
Sorry. Nope. That wasn't my purpose.
Are scanning for targets. They know you're here. Prepare for sentient fighters. But you need to leave. Extraction is ready. Signatures, but outside the corrupted. They are draining your life support, and fast. Eliminate them enough reactant to open your relic.
Well, that did moderately well for my overguard.
Sentient scouts. If they detect you, fighters will soon attack.
Well, that's a heck of a jump.
A sentient has detected you. Fighters incoming.
Don't worry. I'll take very good care of Varuna. I have just the spot in the kennel for her.
The queens have sought out Warframes before. Vor sought to present them with yours. We cannot let the worm have Varuna. Hiding Lua in the void risked the unfathomable. I fear we are seeing the consequences of that risk now. Destroy these void-stained enemies. Thank you for the help, Tenno. You've cleared a path for me. I see clearly now, Tenno. Keep fighting.
I can see clearly now, Tenno, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Supposedly, one of the achievements this week was kill 100 enemies with a necromech. I have no objection to that attempt.
Panic.
All this just because I want a few void traces.
Destroy them. They are drawing from your life support. Well done, Tenno. Your relic is opened. Oculists, if they scan you, sentient fighters won't be far behind. The sentient is onto you. Look out for troopers.
Oh, I got enough void traces. So.
As if the Void wants us to find this.
How does this person keep getting that? I have got a Harrow Prime somewhere. It's a bit of a silly weapon, to be honest.
These manifestations must not be allowed a foothold on Lua. Life support is at risk. Destroy them. Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
So did I get... Oh, that's weird.
Who have we got on the line? Oh yeah, I don't have a line.
Oh, that's right. I could have sworn they had kill 100 enemies with a necromech. Oh. Did I do that at some other time and I completely forgot? I guess the simple answer is I must have done. Alright.
That's all we have time for.
Oh well. Old brain not working. Actually, give me a second. I'm going to be doing disruption. That might take a while because I'll do various other bits. So I am going to take a quick bio break and I will be back in a couple of minutes. Right. Disruption. Lith S18 again. Oh. It was a sabotage. That works. Ah, Cervantes. You can definitely do this one with razor flies only. I've got a video about it. Only a short one.
The Grineer want to poison the mighty forests of Earth to make more room for themselves. You are here to stop them. Find the toxin mixer. Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic? My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location.
Yeah, there are. I don't know where they are.
The added risk. You're near a fissure. Corrupted enemies are dropping reactant. Collect it to open your void relic. You are going to need more reactant if you want to open that relic.
You reckon? Actually, I think one of their supply caches is nearby. Pretty certain I heard it.
Enough reactant to open the relic. Remove the biocatalyst from the mixer to halt the Grineer poison's creation. Take care when destroying the biocatalyst cartridge. It is highly explosive. Head to the poison injector now.
Oh, we ought to wait a bit, actually. I just realised I might have gotten all my reactant, but oh, yeah, it's one other person does. There's a couple that don't. Oh no, don't want to kill the Kubro. Hey, Kiva 0004.
Injector into overdrive to incinerate the toxin.
How are you doing? I'm slightly concerned that one of the Warframes here has not done anything. It's just you. It's Twitch. The reason is I'm streaming at 1440p widescreen, and for whatever reason, while technically I should, or viewers should, see different resolution options, that only happens about 50% of the time, and there seems to be nothing I can do about it. So yeah, that's the problem. But I am over on YouTube, which is a lot more forgiving about that, so if you want to hop over there, feel free. I'm sure Twitch will probably complain if they knew I was saying that. Ah, good. Yeah, the Warframe is picking up this stuff. Some older devices do have a bit of a problem with the widescreen. PCs typically don't, but it's not 100%. Depends on the PC. But yeah, some older mobile devices do have a bit of a problem.
You found the first resource cache. I'm detecting 2 more faint hints. You just destroyed a massive batch of Grenier toxin. Good work.
Okay, everybody's got their reactant. You know, I almost forgot what I was doing here. Lith S18. Trying to crack it. Ah. Come on, if you want to go hunting for Grenier caches, you can always come back. Yes! Yes! Finally, it's Dianix Prime Neuroptics. And of course everybody wanted it.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Turner.
And now I should just be able to go and build all the bits. Finally. I spell Dianix. Yeah. There we go. Haven't been focusing enough on that, to be honest, lately, but yay, finally got it. And I still have 2 blueprints though, and I've still got... No, I only have got 1 blueprint of everything. Right, now, oh, let's see. Well... I probably shouldn't have answered. Let's see what they say.
Realize that each time he cleans something, he makes something else dirty. Ah, there I go again.
Oh, hang on. They didn't necessarily get the message, did they? Say it again. Right, let's go and have a chat with Vazia, because I want to try and remember what it is that I want Aya for. Where's Vazir? I know he's near Maru, isn't he? And the funny thing, this particular person here who's complaining, I was kind of hoping to say deliberately holding off so that they could in fact collect their
Hey, did you hear, Tenno? I'm turning everyone's Iatan treasures into end.
Stand up straight now.
Alright. Let's see what we're actually trying to do
The pride of
today.
Empire. And the end of it. Hell of a thing.
Oh, it's Harrow Prime. Got it. And presume, oh, I think I've got, yeah, I've got the blueprint for that. Pangolin. Right. Do I have a Corinth Prime? I know it says I've got blueprints, but apparently no. Okay, I'll have to go check. Astilla and Volnus. Apparently I have a Corinth Prime barrel. And the blueprint.
You could live 1,000 years and never wake to a face like hers. I slept 1,000. And look what I got.
Got the receiver.
What do you think?
Do I have everything necessary for Corinth Prime?
Like me?
It looks like I do. I have an Astilla Prime receiver. I didn't know that. Alright, let's... I don't really need that, do I? And what was the other one? Pangolin? Pangolin Prime Blueprint.
By the glory and wisdom of the Seven, yada yada yada. Well, good luck.
Alright, let's see if I do have. If you're so stressed about a relic, why aren't you running it solo? Well, you should know the answer to that.
It's early where Nora is, and as she wipes the sleep from her eyes, she wonders, does the Unum ever leave that tower? Can she leave that
Okay,
Who is she?
never mind.
What is she? Someone in Cetus must have answers.
Right, let's go and have a little look.
Get
Oh, okay, I need the stock. Thought it said I have the stock. I can't spell stock. Oh, I'm not going to get that anytime soon, am I? Okay, so I do need the stock. For some strange reason I thought I had it. So I need to run for Moaya to pick up Axis C8s. But in all seriousness, that gentleman, I assume it's a gentleman, that person that wanted to go and crack the caches, it's just a sabotage mission. Do it solo. Everybody else there was for relics. And yes, if I actually wanted to go and grind the
Buddhist finds it odd that humans only get
for the caches, I would do it solo.
Yet
I've done it before,
most of that
or with somebody who's prepared to,
learning how.
spend the time doing it with you. That makes sense, doesn't it? Don't get irritated because, you're in a group of 4 and everybody else is there for relics and you decide you don't want to be because you've got something else you want to do. Just go back at some other time. Or better yet, go and run that whole thing solo and don't choose a relic. You do have options. You don't need company. It's only a straightforward sabotage mission that, as I happen to know, and I have said and filmed in the past, you can do entirely without firing a shot. Just using razor flies. Right. I need more ire. Started off this season, well, this particular resurgence, whatever the heck they call it, with 48 and blew the lot. I really should run the Parita Rebellion. I need the bits from that, but really lonely. I don't know. You need to start thinking about tomorrow's live streams.
Extraction is ready.
That's
Unless
fortuitous.
you can handle more of the enemy,
First thing I get is Aya.
continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
It always makes me think, that does, but just that split second of Maisie Williams, from Game of Thrones. I know her character's name was Arya, but there's one thing I must admit. I mean, the Game of Thrones was, mildly entertaining. But the one thing I am kind of sad about isn't even the way it worked out, although that was a bit too Hollywood, but it's that as a result, arguably, of the TV series, we may never see the rest of the books. Because everybody knows what happens. And unless you think, well, you know, he was doing something else. The whole series, including the final bits, which aren't covered by the books, they were made with his feedback. So there's a very good chance that the ending is somewhat adjacent to the ending that he planned. And that would probably rob him of any desire to finish the book, because, you know, now everybody has the story. Everybody his audience has essentially been taken over by HBO. Want to know what happens in Game of Thrones? Go watch the TV series. Why would you necessarily want to watch the book? Read the book, watch the book. I imagine what will happen with him is that
Choose to leave now.
because he's an old man. How old is he now? Is he late 70s, 80s, something like that?
Opportunity to extract will appear soon.
They'll probably get someone like Brandon Sanderson to finish it off, just as they did with the Wheel of Time. Well, not that Brandon Sanderson would necessarily be my first choice. I mean, off the top of my head, if you had to pick one person to finish it, and I'm not sure that he would necessarily want to do it, but one person to finish off the Game of Thrones series would be Joe Abercrombie. Hello, Marwin. Oh, sorry, I missed the context. But welcome to the live stream anyway. This live stream turned into a Styanax and Aya run. Hence my comment about Game of Thrones and the divergence into Maisie Williams and Arya, and yeah. 23. Only 23. I haven't ground for rank as much as possibly I should. But must be pushing 23 and a half. Sorry for the swoopiness there. I hope nobody got nausea.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now, or
Well, today started out with Harrow Prime, which I picked up this morning.
here soon?
Finally got a part during a relic run, curiously. Then we switched to cracking relics with S18 for Stionix Prime, which finally worked out. And then I realized on visiting Vazia I need more Aya for a couple of weapons that go hand in hand with Harrow Prime. And technically, I want to get relics for Titania Prime, not because I need Titania Prime, but because it's nice to have duplicates so that if somebody else comes along, I'm in a position to give them parts. I do that with Gauss quite a bit. I've done that a few times. But yeah, no, we've got the sort of end of week. I won't say lull precisely. I did vary the last few days the circuit. I should run the Parita Rebellion, but I'm not in the mood. So I'm just sort of chilling and trying a slightly different alternative to the Dex Pixia, which focuses on firepower rather than anything else. Yeah, so just chilling. But yeah, technically farming as well. Chill farming. Like planting lettuces in midwinter. No, I didn't. I started Warframe this time last year. In fact, my very first Warframe live stream, I think, was right from the very beginning. I had not played it at that point. Started playing it. It became a weekly evening thing. And here I am, 1700 hours later. Not having arguably as much progress as I could have made, but still enjoying it. I'm still trying to pick up all the lore. I can't remember all the lore associated with the game. It saved my life. I am in some ways developing my own voice within the game. Oh, well, I suppose that would probably come across the live stream, but don't normally get to talk about that. Because the game can be interpreted in, many different levels.
Extraction is ready.
Some of which I'm sure are intended by the developers, and some probably not.
Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
I don't actually play the game as much as I like. Part of the fact that I run 2 live streams a day. One is The Long Dark, which takes up a significant amount of my time. And then there's this one. I ought to live stream Soulframe more, because yeah, I got into that back in January and I have not played it as much as I thought I would, simply because yeah, the two other games really don't give me all that much time to do it. But I wanted to get into Soulframe more or less, let's say, from the ground. No, but while it was still in very early development, which it still is. So, well, the main story of this is complicated. So, and don't ask me to summarize it. Because I can never remember all the bits. So I've sort of started trying to build a mental picture. You know, Deviri, yeah, the drifter and the operator are the same person, but who made different choices at different times. The drifter is responsible for the creation of Deviri, because when they were lost in the void, they were obsessively reading a book, and the void interpreted it as a real thing, you know, this kind of thing. I mean, the thing about it is there's so many aspects to it. You can pick out bits you like and bits you don't. For example, I tend to think of the Orokin essentially as a fairly traditional empire with certain aspects of the Romans, but probably pretty much any large successful empire. They obviously got replaced in the power vacuum.
Extraction is ready.
I have heard that some equate Corpus with the Byzantine Empire. I'm not really sure if that's a particularly valid comparison, but you know. Hey, Sarah Huga. So, hang on, I'm trying to pronounce your name. Sorry, I was pontificating and didn't pay as much attention to chat as I should have done. So how do you pronounce your name? Sarau? Sarau Haga? And apologies for my dreadful and very English accented delivery there. Well, the thing about the story is they actually, given that DE have basically said, you know, they've got no reason to stop, they can expand the game to cover more and more of the story, introduce new bits as long as it's coherent, for as long as the people are playing it. It's been going for, what, 13, 14 years. It's still coherent, you know, it's still going, people still play it, they still make money from it. This is Warframe, a game that was released in 2013, which is still going strong and still in active development. And as I was sort of alluding to, you can take it at various levels. Yeah, is it a looter shooter? Oh yes. But if you start thinking about the storyline and the different factions and all the planets, and yeah, it is surprisingly deep. On the surface, oh, it looks like a looter shooter. But there's always something to do, and after a year I haven't done it all. There's still a lot left for me to do. There's a lot of game mechanics I probably don't know or understand properly. This could almost, in some ways, I mean, they got the freedom, essentially, as long as they're still making money off of it, they could continue it in any number of directions. At TennoCon this year, and I didn't watch the presentations, I don't have the time, but they revealed that Warframe Tau is going to be coming out this year, which takes you into a completely different solar system with a completely different focus. You know, they're leaning into Blade Runner, detective noir movies, that kind of thing. That's a completely different direction. They could do that. If they really wanted to, they could make No Man's Sky out of this. If they, you know, it's got the room for that. They could do it. It probably, I say probably wouldn't be that hard, if you know what I mean. But if they wanted to, they could certainly take it in that direction.
As she wipes the sleep from her eyes, she wonders, does the
as long as the community is there, they could continue expanding. And, you know, even though it is 13 years old, and I started playing a year ago, you can still get into it. You know, it's not impenetrable by any means. In fact, it's more accessible now than when I started, because they have a new player experience type thing that was introduced after I started playing. So yeah, you know, you have to admire what's been done. Well, the game engine is pretty stable.
Has determined the
so they could still add modules, you know. It's a different way of looking at a game. You couldn't have done this 20 years ago, I don't think. You know, where you got the game and that was it. And now you have games like this. And to be honest with you, I don't have time to play a lot of games. But you know, this can expand for as long as they're making money out of it. Oh, if you want a slow burn game, Warframe is a slow burn game, but it's by the same people, obviously, and has obvious associations with it. But you know, this is almost like, well, No Man's Sky could continue going for a very long time. I mean, I did play some No Man's Sky, and then, you know, as the evolution of what I'm doing on the stream developed, I ended up with the two games I play at the moment. So this could keep going as long as they're making money from it. It's almost like, it's not Minecraft, but you know, Minecraft, there's no reason why Minecraft will, as long as people keep buying it and playing it, Minecraft could just keep going for, not forever, but you know what I mean. Hang on a moment. Because of the streaming, the two games I mostly play are The Long Dark, which is in the mornings, which is a survival game. Obviously Soulframe. Well, not Soulframe, sorry, Warframe. But yeah, that's 6 hours of my day. I can't play games for 12 to 14 hours anymore. So those are the games I play the most. Soulframe sometimes. If I do Soulframe, it tends to be at the weekend. Although depending, I might start at some point sticking it in end of week. Because Warframe towards the end of the week, when you got everything done, gets a bit tedious. So I might start thinking, okay, towards the end of the week, I might start putting in Soulframe. That's pretty much it. With a friend of mine, I sometimes go on for an hour or so to Sky Children of the Light, which is completely different. So no, I don't have the time to play a lot of games. And you've got to bear in mind too, from a game playing perspective, I reckon, particularly since I started, mentally at least, moving my streaming into expanding on themes that I tend to do in sort of the thumbnails and the presentation. That takes a surprising amount of time to research and prepare just to get the thumbnails and the quotes.
The enemy is at our doorstep. You must defend our equipment until reinforcements.
So it even eats into Warframe gaming time. The Long Dark, I have almost the entirety of my gameplay experience was live streamed. So yeah, this, and I don't know what it is about the Long Dark. It lends itself, in my view, for streaming, and I enjoy doing it that way, so that's what I do. The Warframe, no, I happily play a couple of hours a day, probably solo. But creatively, there's a lot here. There's actually more, arguably, in Warframe than there is in the Long Dark. That's just the nature of the game. But I have just started a series of short videos, not shorts as in YouTube shorts, short videos about the Long Dark, where I'm trying to introduce a bit of humor. Yeah, I got a series I started for the Long Dark called 101 Ways to Die in the Long Dark. Number 1, Hug a Wolf. I actually had a great deal of fun playing that, filming that one. I do first impressions videos. If something interesting comes out or I notice, and it's cheap or free, I do take a look and see what I think. The interesting thing is, the only first impressions video that ultimately resulted in long-term gameplay is this one. I didn't realize when I did that very first impressions video that I would end up putting 1,700 hours into it in the last year. So yeah, unfortunately, whoever you are, I'm right in the middle of a... Let me just run through this a bit. I should say, I typically
Choose to leave now or continue.
Only stream for about a maximum of 3 hours, so I've got at most 20 minutes, most likely. So to go. 3 hours is enough. When I first started streaming, I could only do about 2 hours before my brain started falling apart. Oh no! Yeah, that would seriously suck. Weren't they able to recover your saves? I mean, 16,000 hours is incredible. Oh, I thought the game saves were associated with your Steam account. I'm really sorry to hear that. That really, really sucks.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more of the enemy. Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
I did have a thought about one time about starting over to document the new game experience, or try and bring what limited experience I have to how I would play the game now if I started over. But honestly, while that's a possibility for the future, it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Of course, what technically I ought to be doing is adding form to Harrow Prime or to the Sancti Magister, but yeah, can't be bothered. I like it. Oh. I mean, I wish that there are some things I wish they would do. Before TennoCon last, was it before TennoCon last year? They had that whole thing where you could go to that area on the map and watch, what was it, Hun Hullus, or just see it, and they would play, oh grief, not Library of the Manifold. No, is it Requiem of the Manifold? Beautiful song. And it was heartwarming, actually. And the game needs a few more of those. So it would be nice if you did actually have, you know, something like they did last year. Because every time I went there, you would find other Warframes lined up, listening to the music. It was heartwarming. It does have a few heartwarming moments. I mean, but I wish you could interact with your fur babies more. Oh. Not getting any ire from this particular run.
Time to get out of here.
I'm sure that's not on anymore. Yeah. Sorry about that. I actually have no idea who that is. Oh, right. No, I remember. When did I run across them? It was earlier today. And I can't remember what we were doing now. Well, this is pretty much the part, I think, where I start winding down, because unless I can think of something immediate I can do, it'll only take a few minutes. Don't think I have anything else to do, except the inevitable. Always hug your Warframe fur baby. I have a few of these. It was one of the things I loved. When the moment I realized you could get your own, well, mutated, koala type, and I've always thought the Kubros were actually mutated koala. Hang on, which one am I this? Oh yeah, no, that's my this is my drifter.
Angry. I may require maintenance after.
Hello, Titania. What are you? This, in case anybody's wondering, this is the drifter's camp. I like this spot. This is something else I wish they'd get right. If you go and patch your Kubro, it takes you back to the same scene. I wish they'd do it, but this is cute. That's cute. You gonna come and visit Carl? No? I like to think you've got to watch where you walk out here, because the animals will do their business out here. If you want to know what Soulframe looks like, this isn't actually a bad intro. It's not like this per se, but the environment has certain similarities. In fact, I think they do the water better here. But Soulframe is more nature related, so... Harl's little band of... Hello, Ticker. No, you're not Ticker. This is Ticker. You got anything interesting, Ticker, that I haven't already got? Oh, at some point I need to get these. And that. Did I not get this? No, I didn't, obviously. I want to get these scenes. So at some point I'm going to have to come back here and oh right. Yeah, it's nice. I have actually been asked if I can send out invites to for Soulframe. Yes, I could. I do have a bunch of invites. I have a rule though, if you want an invite. Basically, if you are a subscriber in good standing, that is, you show up, you engage in chats consistently, then yes, I would happily issue invites to such people. I can't just issue to everybody who comes along and says, I want a Soulframe invite. But so if anybody wants a Soulframe invite, that's kind of my standard for doing it, being a subscriber in good standing. Of course, you could then, once you've achieved that rank in my head, get the invite and then never talk to me again. That's perfectly okay. This is one of my favourite characters. I love Carl.
Narmer, take all. Call and brothers take
I think he's one of the best characters in the game.
Swear it. Good luck against Archon.
The other character that I particularly like, of course, is Ordis. For some reason, I never get tired of his sense of humour. Hello, Ordis.
An ancient text says that if tears come easily, one is built close to water. Ordis thinks that is a lovely image.
Yeah, I like Ordis.
War feels so very far from this place.
I don't think there's anything I'm particularly after here. I recently fed Jade to the Helminth, and I have no intention of building another one.
All things in their time, Ordis remains.
Right. Yeah, this is kind of a peaceful way to end. This makes for moderately good ASMR. Ah! Well. Oh, maybe I'll see you in the game. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow morning with the Long Dark. Yes. Yeah, the Long Dark is a completely different game. Much less light-hearted. I mean, not necessarily for me, but in terms of game quality, it's yeah. It's been described as survival horror, but the horror is the environment and the fact that you might get your face chewed off by a bear in an unavoidable way. But it is a very, very good survival game. Best one I've played, to be honest. I've tried a few. And then tomorrow evening I'll be back, obviously, with this, most likely. The only alternative in the evenings is Soulframe, and I have not yet, during the week, I don't think, played Soulframe in the evenings. It is Thursday today, right? Yeah. And then at the weekends, I do whatever I want, including not do anything. So, yeah, I reserve the right to take the weekends off. Although I do normally post short content. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to hug your Warframe fur babies, your Kubros, your Kavats, your Helminth Chargers, and so on and so forth. I hope you all have a very good rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching.